We're back,
Again?
guys.
We're back again for the second night in a row. You got to look at our faces again. My mom and dad are going to be so mad at me.
Where did that come from?
Matthew Lillard at the end of the first Scream.
Oh,
when he's on the phone and they're all bloody and they're stabbing each other and shit, and he goes, "My mom and dad are gonna. Did you really call the police? My mom and dad are gonna be so mad at me."
We need to rewatch those, without a doubt.
I do. I actually thought about it today, but I just didn't have time. Guys, welcome back to Let's Talk Movies. I'm Brad.
I'm Miguel.
And this is actually our second episode within 24 hours. We just had our 43rd episode last night. We were talking some Halloween Kills. We broke down the Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City trailer. We talked Spider-Man No Way Home. We talked about a whole lot of things last night, but we're back. I just realized my light isn't on. If I look really dark, that would be why. There we go. Now you can see.
That literally made no change whatsoever, guys.
Yes, it made.
Let me know. No, okay. It just made your head a little bit shiny. Just saying.
You can probably see me a little bit better now. I was sitting here thinking something's off. Like something's off about what I'm seeing, and it was my camera's off. So, Miguel, second time I've seen you. I've talked to you today, pretty much all day.
But we have. So don't even bother asking me how I'm doing. You know how I'm doing. I'm doing great. So
good. I'm doing good too. I mowed today. Finished mowing my yard. Got some work done. Took Molly for a ride. It was a good day.
Good job. That's a lot of fun.
It was a nice day. We are now 3 days away from Halloween Kills, guys.
Really
now, Miguel and I, we won't see it until Saturday.
Unfortunately not,
Saturday,
but it's going to be a good day still.
And with Julia.
Mm-hmm.
I know who's seeing it tonight. Lee McCoy, Drum Dums, is seeing it tonight. Shout out to you, Lee. There's a few people that had showings. I know one of the showings, I saw somebody on Twitter. I don't even remember who it was. They were pissed because their screening was supposed to happen tonight and it got pushed to like Thursday night. And it was like, wow, thanks for they tagged Universal and they were like, thanks for pushing our screening of it and for after it's like publicly released. Like, because you can see it on Thursday night. Yeah. Like, yes, the movie comes out on Friday, but you can buy tickets to go see it on Thursday night, like late. So, but it's all right. We'll see it. We'll see it Saturday. Next week on episode 45 on Monday, we are going to review Halloween Kills.
It's gonna be a good time.
I
can't wait to talk all about it. I'm not gonna lie. That's gonna be a chock full episode. We're gonna have
That's gonna be a long episode.
We're gonna have a lot of conversations. There's gonna be a lot of controversial statements happening. It's gonna be some praise too. I hope.
And that's all. That's fine. It'll be really good. My mom is in the chat. Hey, Mom. They're on their way back from a trip right now.
Hey, Tanya.
By the way, if you are watching and you have not liked it, please leave us a like, subscribe to our channel. And we really appreciate that. That helps us a whole lot. So tonight we are reacting to the Scream trailer, the official trailer for Scream 5, or I guess just the new horror movie trend, like Halloween 2018 just called it Halloween, even though we all call it Halloween 2018. I guess the new trend is just to go by the original name. Not like
I guess so.
Differentiate
after a while, is this gonna be? I think this is their attempt at bringing the horror genre into the new generation, right? Is that the best way to put it?
I would think so. I mean, we had Halloween 2018. You had the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie that's supposed to come out, which I believe that's just called Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Scream. Yep. I think the new Hellraiser movie is just going to be called Hellraiser. I don't think it's going to be anything different, even though that's going to be kind of a reboot. So yeah, I guess that's just the new thing.
But I guess so.
So be it.
But yeah, it'd be fun. I'm excited for it, man. I'm glad because, as a horror fan, I didn't get to enjoy those movies when they were, just coming out. So now the new generation of these horror icons coming out, it'd be nice for me to go check them out, just get to see what they're like now. And then I can go watch the previous ones and be like, you know what? Maybe I like the original version to the newer generation. Who knows? That's why that's fun for me.
Your audio just like screamed at me for like a hot second and then it went back down.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, it was
God.
like the level went like and then right back down. It was really weird.
Am I good though?
Yeah, you're good now. It sounded really, really hot for a second. All right. So before we react to this trailer, before we watch it, Miguel, what is your history with Scream? What was the first time that you ever saw Scream? What are your thoughts on the franchise?
Every Halloween for like 4 years, I probably bought The Mask because I didn't have
You bought
anything
another
else.
copy of the Ghostface mask?
Yeah, or like it was like a neon green mask, an orange mask, or like the actual original one, or maybe the one that like had that little, the heart pump that would like spew blood on the face.
Yes.
Yeah, I had one of those
Yes.
too for like 3 days until it just burst. Yeah, so that's literally the only knowledge I have. I remember watching it maybe once or twice, and then only thing I can like connect Scream with is Scary Movie 1, because that's the only
Yeah.
one I remember from. I only remember what's that?
What's
That's it. That's
that?
all I remember. Nothing. Just chilling. Chilling.
Take the
That's
strong
all I
hand.
remember. That's all I remember from Scream. So I'm sorry, guys. It's my only background in it. So
Scary Movie would be a fun watch along at some point, wouldn't it?
it really would. It's
That would be a
freaking
good.
hilarious.
Like I feel like we would
Yep.
have a really good time doing that.
Yep. And I feel bad because in Scary Movie 1, like I know Dewey. Dewey is the sheriff or the cop, right?
Yes.
Am I correct?
David
Okay.
Arquette. Yes.
They made Dave Arquette's character in Scary Movie 1 the most ridiculous character ever. Like it was so bad. They take a massive dump on him as a character. And you almost makes me think like that's how I imagine him to be. I always imagine Dewey to be like this like bumbling idiot officer that just doesn't know what the hell's going on. But it's actually the reverse, isn't it? Like he's relatively like he's relatively a good cop. So it's kind of messed up. But I'm excited to see how he acts in real life or like as an actual character. So we'll go with that.
It's funny, and my mom can probably attest to this. Tell me if you remember those that you were talking about, that ghost face mask that you can pump the like tubes or whatever, and it looks like it's like bleeding down the mask. Mm-hmm. You remember they weren't very durable.
They were not.
Like, I remember seeing them, even now, seeing it in Walmart, and like the red dyes busted all over the floor because some kids like dropped it or stepped on it or whatever. Yep. And I remember we had one. This was a long time ago. This was early 2000s probably. I was little, but I remember we had one and it busted. That red dye busted and it started leaking, and it was like, get it in the garbage, like throw it away real quick.
Yeah, because that red dye's gonna stain everywhere.
Oh yeah.
My thing is, have you like, I don't know if you've ever had it happen, but like mine, it just dried up. I guess I never had it broke.
Well, it's probably water, and it's literally probably like water and food coloring. That kind of thing.
Probably. But like I had it, I never broke it or whatever. It just stayed in my closet for like years. And then I remember I picked it up and I was like, ooh, I wonder if it's still there. And then just nothing. It was just
You open your closet one day and you're like,
why are my clothes red?
Pum, 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 pum. So
no, I'm not that weird.
Yeah. Well, so for me, Scream was never my favorite franchise. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. It just kind of I never got as into it as I did some of the other horror franchises. I've come to have more of an appreciation, I think, for it. I really enjoy the first film. I actually do. Maybe I can rewatch that tomorrow. Because I'm off this whole week.
To do it, yeah.
I know. So I might rewatch that tomorrow. I really do enjoy the first film. I really enjoy the opening of the second film when they're in the movie theater, which is one of the most meta scenes ever, because everybody's wearing a ghost face mask, like everybody's got it on. And then of course the real one is in like the bathroom. He's killing somebody and he's killing people in the movie theater. But of course you don't even know who it is. You don't even know which one is the real him because they're everywhere. I love that scene. There are moments in the franchise that I really enjoy. And I really do like the first film. I'm curious to see how this fifth entry ties everything together. I don't really want to talk like predictions until after we watch it. But I feel like this fifth entry has to do something insane, like blow the roof off of the franchise kind of thing.
Yeah, this is like this is a direct sequel too. It's not like this is no reboot or anything. This is not just an entirely different story. Like this is continuing from the entire franchise from its last installment, correct?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's gonna be interesting as hell.
Yeah, and the reason I say that they need to do something big, is because I fear that if it's just another killer, and if Courtney Cox and Nev Campbell and David Arquette survive, I feel like it's going to be like, okay, why did we even need this sequel? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
like
get that.
Why did we need that? If it's just
Yeah, we want legitimate stakes in this
right
in this movie, like for sure. Like I would want that. I wouldn't want to go into a movie thinking, oh, okay, at least I now know who's all gonna survive. Like you can immediately tell. You know what I mean? You know, you can immediately tell some of the characters in the movies when it starts. It's like you're surviving.
He's gonna die.
You're dead first. You're gonna get a shitty death.
You're the first one to die.
Yeah, and then you're gonna fight back, but then you're gonna die later. So yeah, it's pretty much you can pretty much like predict that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And the other question with this is, do you go super meta, or do you go like uber serious? Because it's the 5th entry and it's got to be different. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Let's watch it. Let's do it, Miguel. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to watch it.
Let's watch the official Scream trailer. Let me make sure this is all getting pulled up okay. We should have audio. Let's test it real quick.
Yep.
Could you hear? Okay.
Unless that was your phone.
Nope. My phone doesn't sound like that.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Nokia.
I don't have a Nokia. All right. The official trailer for Scream 5. Here we go. In 3, 2. My mom's going to be so mad at me.
Sorry, Johnny.
Not her. Quote in the movie. Drew Barrymore vibes. Okay, so we're bringing it into the new digital.
Like to play a game, Tara?
Yeah. Doors unlocked.
Oh.
All doors locked. Doors unlocked.
That's freaky right there. That gives me anxiety.
Well, she died.
Okay.
Hello?
It's happening. 3 attacks so far. Do you have a gun?
I'm Sydney Prescott. Of course I have a gun.
Something about this feels different.
It better feel different.
Samantha? I know who you are. I've been through this a lot. This is your life now, which means that whoever this is going to keep coming for you. You ready for this? Never.
Oh.
There's certain rules to surviving.
The attacks were all on people related to the original killers.
Whatever is linked is to our past, it's pulled us all back here.
Oh, is this like a face-off right there?
Maybe. Oh, Dewey's facing off. Oh.
Hello, Sydney. It's
iconic line.
Okay. Couple of really interesting things in that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it doesn't sound. I was kind of concerned with it being kind of hokey. You know what I mean?
Doesn't seem. Yeah, it doesn't seem.
Does not seem hokey at all.
No. Interesting.
And yeah, what's your first take on it?
The two things that stick out to me. First of all, I don't want to ignore this. Josh, what's going on, man? Nice to see you in here. The two things that stuck out to me were, going in reverse order, when Sydney walks in and he says, "Sydney, it's an honor." which kind of implies that this
It's a
person
copycat.
has never met her before.
Mm-hmm.
2, though, which kind of contradicts that, is was it Dewey that said the attacks have happened on people related to the original killers?
Yeah. Yes.
That's interesting to me. That's very interesting because that almost kind of makes it like, did Matthew Lillard survive? I mean, I'm being serious. I don't know. Hardcore.
We want
Scream
Matthew
fans,
Lillard back, man.
We really do. At least I do. I know you mentioned it even last night on the show. I would be completely fine if Matthew Lillard returned, and if somehow he survived the events. You would kind of have to explain where he's been all this time.
Yeah, because a lot's happened back since
there's
over a lot of movies.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of interesting. Those two lines caught me, and they kind of contradict because, of course, hello, Sydney, it's an honor implies that this Ghostface has never met her, but obviously he knows who he is. But at the same time, that other line, like, why would this, if it's a copycat, why would he care about going after Stu's family? And I forget the other guy's name. I'm drawing a blank. Well, I can picture him. But why would he be going after their families? Like, why would it matter? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got
So those are the two things that kind of stuck out at me. Josh says, love your channel, just hanging out, enjoying the blizzard. Thanks, man, so much. Thanks for being here. He also thinks it's Stu. Man, I would be down. I would completely be down if it was Matthew Lillard returning. Miguel, what were your initial thoughts on the trailer?
It was Matthew Lillard. It was like, I'm ready for him to come back. Because you see how like in one of the scenes he like does this stuff right here. It's so theatrical. It sounds like something Stu would definitely do. Because just how over the top he was in the first movie. So it's just like, I would love for him to be back in the movie. We haven't seen him since his good old Shaggy days. I just want to see him back in action. Zoink, Scoob. Like, Scoob. Hello, Sydney. No, I'm kidding. Sydney? Like, Zoinks, it's an honor to meet you.
Oh my god, dude.
I can imagine.
Could you imagine Ghostface, but instead of the whole like, hello, Sydney, instead of that voice, it's like, Zoinks, hello, Sydney. If he actually used that voice, comes around the corner.
That would make it so meta.
Amber.
That would make it so meta and so hilarious and so satirical. But I know they want to go for a serious, a serious page in that. But I mean, this looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I'm kind of like thrown off by it is like the mentor mentee kind of thing, where it's like Sydney is just taking care of these other groups of kids, and they're like, and I'm pretty sure I can almost guess they're not gonna take it seriously. So like half of them are gonna die.
Well, we saw.
I feel bad for.
Like 6 of them die.
I know. What's his name? The guy from 13 Reasons Why, Dylan Minnette. I think he's playing Wes. Dude, she's just an awkward character, actor too. So it's gonna be weird, awkward. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see him like play in like a horror genre film. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting for sure. And also, there's a lot of people that I do not know in this movie. Obviously, you know the original like OG cast,
right?
But the only person I do recognize besides the OG cast is Jack Quaid, which I mentioned this before we started. If you guys don't know, Jack Quaid's like in The Boys. He plays what's his name? I think it's Huey.
I still haven't watched The Boys.
I think his name is Huey.
Phenomenal.
I may be wrong. I haven't watched it in a while, but The Boys is fucking hilarious. You need to watch it. It's great. But yeah, Jack Quaid's in the movie, so it'll be interesting to see him in that. Hope he has the same type of fear and scream as he does in The Boys. So I think this movie is going to be dope. It's going to be something to keep track of. I'm not going to lie. I'm more excited about this one than I am the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Sorry.
Well, knowing what we know about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I think I'm more excited for this as well, which is a shame because I love that franchise, but it doesn't sound very good. Dude, one of the things that I really liked that kind of like made me a little jittery, I like the 21st century aspect of it. I like that the trailer opened the same way when Drew Barrymore dies at the beginning of the first Scream movie. Do you like scary movies? Like when she dies at the beginning, I liked that the beginning of this trailer started out kind of the same way, but this whole 21st century thing where you can like control everything from your phone, and like I don't know. I think I've always thought that the whole like locking your doors and stuff and turning your lights off with your phone is weird. I don't know. I don't know. Not
Same way.
not me.
It's pretty much the way my dad always says it. You can easily be hacked.
Yeah,
That's the
I
best
don't
way.
know.
And guess
Like, I
what?
don't really.
It got hacked. So I mean, there you go.
Yeah, I'm not about that. But when she kept locking all the doors and it was like locked, unlocked, locked, unlocked, locked, unlocked, and then he was behind her, I was like, oh, stop! Like I don't like that.
Yeah. This is gonna be a really good movie in regards to it. Like, this is different
Suspense.
because it's suspenseful pretty much. I don't want to compare it to Michael Myers, but this one he's like Michael Myers, except he actually has more agility. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
Like
he's
he's
also
willing to fight.
clumsy though. Like he's always like. I mean, look
Tripping
at the
over
first film.
something.
Like
He's
he
always
trips
the
over
person
tables or like shoot, he trips over himself like running down the hallway. Like somebody will be like he'll be chasing somebody and he's just like whoop.
Yeah.
It's just like and down.
I totally get that. Yep. And
So I don't know.
well, it'll be interesting. I'm excited for it. I'm going to go in there with an open mind. I'm not going to think of the Scary Movie one. I'm not going to think of it. We're just going to go in and I'm not going to laugh at him. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it at full perspective. I like the whole like confrontation between Dewey and Oh Boy, because that sounds pretty interesting. It looks like it's going to be in a hospital too.
Probably.
Yeah. Everything's
Um,
going to happen in a hospital. All the bad shit's going to happen in a hospital, guys.
all horror
Remember
movies
that.
are going to happen in a hospital now.
Yep.
Do you think that all like like Courtney Cox, David Arquette, Nev Campbell, like, do you think that they'll survive this? And what I mean, let me clarify what I meant earlier by I think they need to do something big with this movie. I know a lot of people have said that in order for this movie to really have an impact and to like differentiate itself from the others in the franchise, that they probably should kill the original cast. Do you think the OG cast is going to survive this? Because there's a lot of young cast members. See, I say that, but then it showed a lot of those young cast members die too. So it's kind of like
I know it's gonna it's like
I don't know.
it's like handing the crown to another scream queen. So
Well,
to speak.
it's like you're
You know what I
passing
mean?
the torch, but if you kill everybody else, there's nobody to
Yeah,
pass it to.
like the final
Like-
girl is definitely going to be like she's going to be given the torch to
Yeah.
move on with this new generation
Right.
of this Scream franchise. And I'm sure if Stu does come back, he's gonna die as Ghostface, and then another person is gonna take over and become a copycat killer. That's usually how it's gonna go, right? I could see that happening,
Yeah.
unless they pull like a whole like a Halloween 2018 where the doctor just puts on the mask and everyone's just like, where are we going?
If it turns out that it's Sydney or something stupid like that, which is dumb because it showed her and him in the same room. So like, I don't know.
Could be working
You know.
together. You never know.
I don't know. The only person it didn't show fighting Ghostface was Courtney Cox. So I mean, it's Gail. Confirmed.
Gotta be Gail.
Illuminati confirmed. It is Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox is Ghostface. So yeah, it'll be an interesting one, man. How do you feel about I think at least one of the original cast members needs to die.
Yeah,
Don't you?
I do think so. I
don't
think
know
one of them
I don't know who it should be, but I feel like one of them needs to die.
is gonna be
And
Dewey.
it probably, I would think Dewey too.
Hmm.
I don't think, I mean, it could be Courtney Cox, but I don't think she would. I don't know if it would have the weight that it needs.
Well, I mean,
um,
Friends are losing its momentum, so I mean, she needs another source of revenue. Who knows?
Dude, Friends has been losing its
Boom.
momentum since like what, 1999? Like when did Friends
Yeah.
go off the air? Yeah, it's interesting, and I brought this up too, Miguel, because I wanted to show this real quick. Just a quick article that I saw on IGN, and I actually tweeted this out too. Make sure you guys can see this. Okay. So apparently it's got multiple scripts and edits to prevent spoilers. This is what Halloween Kills should have done. Although I'm sure Halloween Kills is a much bigger film. So The new Scream movie reportedly has multiple scripts and various edits to keep the movie from being spoiled by leaks. The filmmakers behind the upcoming slasher sequel reportedly confirmed the news to Bloody Disgusting, who shared that there are not only multiple versions of the Scream screenplay, but also the movie in existence to prevent fans from getting any spoilers ahead of Scream's theatrical release slated for January. So, I mean, they're not... It's kind of like... It's the same exact thing that that The Walking Dead did when we got the Negan episode, when it turned out that Abraham and Glenn died, where they shot death scenes for everybody.
Every
so
single
it was
one
like
of them.
when it did leak, like there was the one. Do you remember how many times we sat there like this trying to hear who was screaming and if they said anything or whatever? Because of course, famously at the end of that episode of The Walking Dead, I forget what it's called, when Negan comes out of the RV.
Here's Negan.
It doesn't. I don't think it was called Here's Negan.
I think it was.
I don't remember what it was called. No, because Here's Negan was his story in this newer season. I don't know. But at the end of that episode, it just shows him swing the bat, and you kind of, the screen goes bloody and dark, and you hear screaming, but it's like you don't know who it is. And of course, it turned out to be Abraham. But they're doing the same kind of thing where they have multiple death scenes filmed or written in the script. So if it does leak,
I was taking a back seat to this podcast again, guys.
There's like a bunch of buttons, and I can change it to make it look however I want. So,
wow, that gave me whiplash.
Screen producer William Sharek previously confirmed that the movie had decoy scripts in circulation, telling Cinema Blend there are multiple versions of the draft out there, and most of the cast don't know if they have the right version or not. So we've been playing that game with them as well. The fun of a Scream movie is that everyone is guilty until proven innocent. That is the most Wes Craven meta crap I've ever heard in my life.
Yep.
I feel like Wes Craven would be insanely proud of the fact that they're even lying to the cast members, of which of course they would know, obviously. But
to a certain degree, I mean, you take a look at the way they did with Tom Holland in Avengers Endgame. With spoiler alert, Tony Stark's funeral. Tom Holland thought he was at a wedding. Did you not know that? Yeah.
Say that again.
And Avengers Endgame, at Tony Stark's funeral, Tom Holland thought he was at a wedding because they didn't want him spoiling anything.
I don't know if I ever knew that.
Yeah, they straight up lied to him.
That's awesome.
You can be a secretive. Awesome. That takes a pivotal spotlight on how good of an actor you have to be to work with what you got. Like, you don't know what the hell's going on. You just gotta act the way you gotta act.
Those tears,
he said,
when Tom Holland is sitting there like crying and looking sad, those are actual tears.
Yeah,
because he didn't know that Robert Downey Jr. was done.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Funny. That's so really
it's
funny.
Fucking great. Yeah. So it goes to show, like, a director can be easily secretive with their cast members, and sometimes it works. And I'm all for it. I would love to see the different scripts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Just take a look at them.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe after the movie comes out, maybe we could maybe they'll release that part of the script so you can kind of see like the different versions or whatever.
Yeah.
Goes on, the element of surprise is often critical when constructing a story for the Scream franchise, but unfortunately, plot leaks have been a problem for the creators in the past. Most notably, a Scream 2 draft leaked online after it had transferred to production, causing writer Kevin Williamson to conduct extensive rewrites of the script, changing much of the movie's plot and the roles of the characters. And then, of course, yada, yada, yada. We go on about this is the 5th installment and things that we already know. So that's pretty interesting, man. There's different versions of the script. And I guess, do you think they've filmed different death scenes? Like, if they filmed a death scene for all of them? Maybe.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't know how to navigate that type of. I wouldn't know how to navigate that type of production if I was the director. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really hard. Like, I feel like once you get lost in your own like decoys.
Yeah.
Like, you would think something's supposed to be actually there, but it's not. Like, I wouldn't be able to keep track of that.
And the only other problem with that is, I mean, look at your budget. I mean, they only have a minimal budget for like what? I mean, obviously, I don't know what the budget was. Probably similar to Halloween 2018, like 10 million or something. I mean, that budget has to be used. I mean, every minute of every second of every day, everything that they have to pay for is like planned very specifically. So I mean, that would be a lot of extra time and money to film that many death scenes for different people. If they did one for Nev Campbell, if they did one for David Arquette, for Courtney Cox, for all these newcomers that we don't even really know who they are and things like that. So I'm excited, man. It looks like it's going to be a fun reboot of the franchise. Guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. Miguel, do you have anything else? I think that's probably going to be a pretty short episode, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of figured it was going to be like that.
Point.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly excited by it. I mean, when we were gonna do this review, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm sure we're gonna go watch it. But you know what? Since this podcast has started and been watching like all these horror flicks, most of these movies are starting to excite me a little bit, and this is one of them. So, which also means we're gonna have to start catching up. So we'll talk more about this soon, guys. Just stay tuned.
For sure, we definitely will. Guys, that is going to do it for this episode of Let's Talk Movies. Again, short and sweet, about 35 minutes. But we will be back on Monday for our 45th episode, where we are going to review Halloween Kills. We are going to see it on Saturday night at 8:30. It is going to be a blast. I know a lot of people are getting in. Word of warning, if you're trying to avoid spoilers, man, I would stay off of social media probably tomorrow night through when you go see it. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I'm going to have to. I mean, again, you can't really avoid spoilers that much, but yeah, you can try. You can give it a good shot. And I know they released another, Miguel, I don't know if you saw that. They released another behind the scenes thing today, and it showed like 4 kills. Like it showed, I mean, now you couldn't really see who it was, but I mean, like it showed him like slashing and doing all kinds of stuff like that. So, but that's going to be a fun time, guys. Let us know where you're going to see Halloween Kills, whether you're watching it on Peacock, when you're going to go see it. Please let us know if you've already seen it, what you thought. No spoilers, please. Also, let us know what you thought of the Scream trailer. Please be sure to leave us a comment and let us know. We're also working on the next episode of Purely and Simply Evil. That first episode is out on our YouTube channel. If you want to watch that full like 3.5 hour stream, we watched Halloween 1978 and Halloween 2018 back to back. And I've also split those commentaries up, and they're also on Spotify and all the other podcast platforms individually as well. So new episodes of Let's Talk Movies drop every single Monday and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at We Talk the Movies. And again, we have got 3 shows here at the channel: Let's Talk Movies, Purely and Simply Evil, which is our horror show, and Let's Watch Movies, where we'll do commentaries live with you guys. So until next time, until Monday, the next time we talk to you guys live, we will have seen Halloween Kills. So with that, guys, we will talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your week. See ya.
See ya.